Godzilla. Today we are again back with another problem solving question. So today's question is not going to be a new question. We have already solved this question with an unoptimal solution by using two for loops. So now let's get into the problem statement and try to optimize it. Also in the previous video, I have told you to learn about a new thing that is unordered map. So let me show you where I have shown that to you. Yeah. So if you have understood about map and unordered map, and if you even didn't know about that, let me give a brief about it. What it is. So unordered map is just like if you can keep the track of two things like in a key value pair, and what will happen? This has a specific like characteristics. We can say like in a map, things will not get duplicated. So even if we push something which is already present there, it will not get duplicated, it will get overlapped. So now let's directly get into the question because these are the things which are just sort of a homework for you and we have to solve the problem statement. That is our main task. So the earlier approach, it used big O of n squared time complexity, and the problem statement which we have in the bottom it is written like, can you come with an algorithm that use less than big O n square complexity? So we need an algorithm which uses less space. Now what happened in problem solving, there is two things which are vice versa, or we can say which are totally opposite to each another at specific cases, which is time complexity and space complexity. If we try to reduce the time complexity, our space complexity might get increased, and if we try to optimize the space complexity, then our time complexity might get increased. So in this case, we will be compromising between both of them. We will not make an algorithm which will be very high in time complexity or which is very high in space complexity also. So making a borderline between both of them. So now let's think about approach which we can follow today, because approach will not be very much different. The problem statement I have already told you about, like to sum, we need two indexes. We need to return the indexes of two numbers, which will add up and get us till the target. So just simple. So what if I have a sort of a data structure in my uh, in uh, in myself, or I can say in my code, in this in which what I will be doing, I will be putting all the values like, okay, I got 6, I will put that with its index. I got 8, I will put that with its index, and every time when I get a number, I try to check I try to check if there is any other number which is missing, or which more I needed, or which less I needed to get till the target. How about this approach? Like what if, like if I have to tell you the previous approach which we have followed, in that we will stand at a certain position, then we will iterate in the array again, and then we will try to figure out if there is any other number which will add up and get us till this specific target. Now what if instead of iterating, we have a map which have already the record of all of the values and with their indexes, so that we can check, okay, at this position, or will we, or at this number, is there any other number present which can add up with this number and get us till the target? So for that, now let's solve it off. So firstly, what I have to do is, let me tell you the steps which we will be doing. So first will be the map which we will be implementing. Second one will be a for loop which we have to implement off. Third one is the condition. So now let's get into it. So firstly, if you have learned about the map, if you didn't learn, I will recommend you go and learn about the map, unordered map, both of them. Although we will be covering up these topics in the upcoming session, and if you think like, okay, we have got the unoptimized one and that is okay for us, then you are, by the way, you are in the wrong line, totally wrong line. If you didn't accept to learn new things, then you are actually in the wrong line. You need to learn new things. You will encounter new things in this tech industry. So learn about these. So if you didn't learn about the map and unordered map, basically you can go and search about it and then learn. Now let's understand this. And if you think like from where I should learn, like I didn't have any resources, just like you use ChatGPT for many purposes. Use ChatGPT for fruitful purposes also. Like if you want to learn something, tell to a ChatGPT like, I want to learn about map. Tell me about how to implement it in CPP, Java, or any of the languages. So first of all, making an unordered map. Unordered map, and what it will be storing is int. Okay, So we will be storing int because although first of all, what is the one thing which we have to think of? That is index. Second thing which we have to think of is the number at that particular index. So that's why this map will be of int type. Simple. Unordered map called as MPP, making a for loop int from int I equals to 0. It will be going till our nums dot size, then doing I plus plus. So that's what we have got. Like we will be iterating in the array once, and then what we have to do is we will be standing on a specific number. Like just suppose if in an array we are standing at 7, and then we have to search if there is any other term in this whole array, which we have already figured out. Is there any other term which can add up with this number and reach us till the target? So what is the logic for it? This is the leftover term. So I can write it like target minus nums. And that's what we need. So left means if our target is 9, in this case you can see the target is 9 given to us, and what we were getting is like target is 9. So right now we are standing at 7, so nums I will be pointing towards 7. So this is our main thing which we need, the leftover thing that will be 2. So that's why we can return 0 and 1. Now we have got the left off. Now we have to search about it. So for searching, we can write a for loop, not a for loop, by the way. We will write a if condition. If in our map, if in our map we were able to find, we were able to find a number with what we want. We want left. If we able to find left, means how can we understand like we are able to find left? If our this term is not okay, is not equals to is not equals to uh, what we have to understand, like in the map how it works is like end condition will be like null. So for recognizing that we can just write mpp dot end. Okay, so it will be like just a condition to check if the leftover term which we want is present in the map or not. If it is, we need to return, and what we have to return by the way is uh, first of all the map mpp and the term which is written there. So it will be like left, and next term which we have to write, that is by the way the index. So that's all I think so, although making it in the brackets. Yeah, so in the else condition, what we have to do, if it doesn't able to add it, just push this into our map. So in that condition we will be writing mpp, and the index which is nums ith index will be equals to I. Okay, we are done with it. But still, in the previous question also, I told you that okay, it is done. There is no worries. But at least we have to return anything which might be an empty object only or empty vector int. So that's all for this specific problem. If I will tell you the previous problem or the previous approach which we have followed, it is by using the two for loops. It is way more easier, but we have to compromise it because we want an optimal solution. Now in this solution, we are iterating only once in the array. Earlier, we were iterating twice in the array, and if you knew about the map function, you will understand unordered map have time complexity of constant time complexity, basically means big O of 1 while searching for any of the number. Okay, so we have got this. Now let's run this and see if it works. If we get any others, we will figure out in front of you. Yeah, it got accepted, by the way. Now, anything else also we can add here? I don't think so. We just need to submit this and check if it works or not. Yeah, it got accepted. Yeah, it got accepted, and the time complexity which we have analyzed, yeah, we have got that too. Now, if I will remove this and then submit it again so that we can get it here so that you can it is way more familiar for us now, so that's why I'm doing it here. If we click on analyze complexity, it will give us big O of. So that's what I was talking about. We will iterate only once in that for loop. And if you knew about the previous video, or if you have seen the previous video, you would have got that the time complexity which we got in the previous video was big O of n square for the similar problem. So that's how the like interviewer might ask you, like, okay, you have given an optimized solution, good, but go for optimized one. Try to optimize this. So you will like for sure you the space complexity got increased because we are using a map. But as I have said, both of these are vice versa. If we increase time complexity, our space complexity will get for sure decreased. So that's all for the video. I hope you liked it and try to solve it with this approach also. This is a new approach, I think so, and many of the things were not that much clear. I am for sure like these things might not be clear to you. The previous approach which I have told for solving the similar problem is way more easier. You can follow that approach, but this question is just to let you interact with the other data types also so that you can start learning. So whatever things I have written, if you think, okay, I didn't understand any of the things, just go and search about the map, unordered map in CPP. Just learn about it. If you are not able to understand, then even no worries. If once you start solving the question, the biggest problem which we have is not like we cannot learn HTML or we cannot learn CSS. It is just like whenever we encounter a new thing in that specific tech stack, we will just go and we will just get baffled like, okay, we didn't know this thing, so let's learn this from or let's learn this from the beginning. Like this is not like if you didn't know about map function or unordered map, you didn't know CPP. You know the CPP, these are just the add-on things. Just keep learning these things. So that's all for the video. Problem is successfully running in front of us. So that's all. Thanks for watching.